Good morning, Simba students. This is your sustainable mission should you choose to accept it. As always, Harry Green from Propagate Ventures will be your point person on your mission to save the Vermont dairy industry. The dairy industry is facing many hardships. Farmers struggle with extremely low income and fight every year to survive low milk prices. Carbon emissions as well as phosphorus and nitrogen runoff harm the environment, especially our precious Lake Champlain. And monocultures and erosion result in low land productivity. Furthermore, Vermont is a state with the highest dependency on dairy, with 70 to 80% of income being generated through milk. And this is where the two of you come into play. I want you to plant trees, and I believe you two are just the right people for the mission. Robert and Catherine, good luck.
Because of the economic stress dairy farmers are facing and the environmental issues impacting a large variety of stakeholders, we believe that Propagate should not only focus on farmers as their customers, but on the entire ecosystem in the agricultural industry. Our goal for the summer was to find out if and how a variety of stakeholders could work together to implement, finance, and manage trees to benefit the greater good. Part one of our mission was to do research on the Vermont dairy industry, on the different stakeholders involved, and on previous efforts to bring innovation to dairy. This research painted a scary picture. Between 20 and 40% of dairy farms are expected to go out of business within the next year. Most dairy farms barely have equity left and are so highly leveraged that they do not have any cash flow to invest in more sustainable practices that could save their operations. After finalizing the research, we approached over 50 stakeholders that are involved in agriculture in Vermont to schedule interviews with them.
In part 2 of our mission, we hit the road. First, we visited 5 dairy farms to learn about the operating differences between conventional, organic, and grass-fed dairy farms of different sizes. The large structural differences showed us that agroforestry is certainly not applicable to all kinds of dairy farms in Vermont. And then we hit the road again, this time to meet with 25 different agricultural stakeholders across Vermont. This included representatives of big dairy brands like Cabot or Ben & Jerry's, policymakers from the USDA and Agency of Agriculture, farmers from Shelburne Farms, and industry experts from Native Energy, the Intervale, or the Nature Conservancy, just to name a few.
Our research was concluded by a stakeholder summit that we hosted together with Propagate Ventures in July. By bringing stakeholders with different perspectives together in one room, we wanted to create a prototype for what a collaborative approach to agroforestry and dairy would look like. Using appreciative inquiry methods learned in class, we explored the core strengths of the Vermont dairy industry and envisioned a dream dairy farm of the future.